What's up, guys? Your boy TGK here on TGK TV, and today I'm going to shoot a real quick video about my thoughts on Jason Garrett. And the title of the video is called Jason Garrett, All Process, No Progress. Let's get into it. Now, unlike other people in the YouTube verse or anybody out there, I have been one of the top ones that have been talking down upon Jason Garrett since day one. Even back then when he had 3 straight 8-8 seasons, I was done with him. I've been done with him. You could go and look at the video that I did last year where I predicted the Cowboys to go 5-11. This is before the Amari Cooper trade. Everything was looking like we were going to go 5-11, and then we got the Cooper trade, and bang, we won 7 out of 8 and went to the playoffs. And we kept Garrett. But if you go back specifically in that video, there's one thing that I said in that video, and what I said is that if this prediction, the 5-11 prediction, goes the way I think it was going to go, and we were on that path, we would have been done with Jason Garrett. We would have had a great draft pick. And then whatever coach we would have brought in would have been able to get a lot more out of this team than what Jason Garrett is getting out of this team. So now in the aftermath of the Cowboys versus the Vikings, a lot of people have been dogging Jason Garrett. Now, none of them, I don't care who it is, unless you know for a fact you've been dogging Jason Garrett since day one, nobody gets credit for dogging Jason Garrett now. And I don't care what it is, I'm the one that's going to dog him again because I've been dogging him since day one. So I have a little platform to stand on. And the video is called Jason Garrett, All Process, No Progress, because this dude has been giving you the same old. It's about the process. You know, it's about the process. It's about the process since day one. Where's the progress? Where's the progress? When you're without Dak Prescott and when you're without Tony Romo, you have an abysmal record. I believe you only have 1 win. So when it comes to these quarterbacks and whenever they audible out of the stupid play call that you call, they get more out of your freaking team than you could ever imagine. Jason Garrett and Jason Garrett defenders and Cowboy fan writers that just ride the team regardless win or lose and don't criticize them and just say, you know, we're going to be okay. We're 5-4. We're still in the lead of the NFC East. I don't care. I don't want to hear that. Nobody should be able to be out there as a Cowboys fan saying, you know, we still got the lead. We're still first in the NFC East. We're going to go to the playoffs. We're 5-4. We're not going to go nowhere with being 5-4. And we're not going to go nowhere if we do end up winning the NFC East. We're going to have a home game. We'll probably lose at home. You know why? It's not because of the players. Because of Jason Garrett. He has proven time and time and again since like 7 years ago that he's a bum when it comes to being an actual head coach that gets the most out of his team. Yeah, he's consistent. He has a good little speech here, rah. You know, when he did the little Amazon series where he's just cussing all over the place. Everybody was like, whoa, who is this guy? But then when he's in front of the media and when he's doing interviews, he sounds like a very, very nice guy, very well controlled, but he's not. Who is Jason Garrett? What is his identity? I don't know. You talk about identities, I really don't know what his identity is. He wants to be a balanced head coach when it comes to running the ball and passing the ball. And then justifies his recent game as if that they just passed the ball 46 times, as if they passed it a lot, when realistically, they put themselves in that own position to pass it as much when they didn't need to. But if they would have passed it just one more time, 47 times, they probably could have won the game. Now, there's a lot of analytics when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys as far as how often they run on first down and how successful it is when you don't run on first down and you pass the ball on first down. But I'm not here to necessarily point that out. I'm not here to talk about how we could have won against the Vikings or this and that. And I've heard Mark Holmes talk about all this narrative against Dak Prescott that he lost the game. Let's be real. He did not lose that game. And anyone trolling Mark, y'all need to stop, man. Y'all giving him a hard time. But just let y'all know, y'all can never get me like that. So y'all could come try to troll me. Jason Garrett fans, please come and troll me. I'll be here all day. But let's talk about some other stuff, right? The process is supposed to get us to the promised land. It's been 10 years since the process began, and it's about to be a potential 11 because if he doesn't with a winning record, he's going to stay here as a coach. and the process continues. I don't want this process to continue. I want this process to end. Because if the point of the process is to get us a championship, then the process is barely in its infant stages, and I'm not willing to wait another 3, 4, 5 years, considering that it's taken 10 years to get to this point that we are now to be considered in contention. Yes, we were in contention back when Tony Romo went to Green Bay and threw it up to Dez, and it was the no-catch game. We were in contention then. We were only in contention because Tony Romo was calling the plays at the line and, not taking what the coaches gave him. It's very noticeable. And I'm not here to say, oh, Jason Garrett deserves another chance or let's cut him some slack. No, I don't give a damn. We could cut him today. And now everyone wants blood when it comes to Jason Garrett, but everyone that wants blood, you're not justified. No, you're just riding this new bandwagon of Jason Garrett haters when you've been this thumper of Jason Garrett as of late. You know who the real problem is with Jason Garrett? Is us, the fans. We are the real problem. We could lose this week to Minnesota and want him gone Monday through Wednesday. And then when it comes to Sunday morning, we're going to stand together and we're going to go beat those Detroit Lions without Matthew Stafford. Let us lose to the Detroit Lions. We're going to do the same thing. We'll say, oh, we got to fire Garrett. And then when next Sunday comes around, oh, we got to go beat those New England Patriots, or I forgot who's next on our schedule after the Lions, or those Buffalo Bills, or whoever, or those LA Rams. It's just a cycle that keeps repeating itself. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, thinking you're going to get different results. To me, if I was in a relationship of 10 years, by now I should know that this lady is not for me, right? By now, Jason Garrett should know that what he does isn't working, and he's not going to fire himself. But because Jerry Jones is the ultimate man in power when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, he should know that this relationship should have ended 5 years ago. So what can he do now? What can Jason Garrett do now? What can Jerry Jones do now? They're not going to do nothing. They're going to let this ride out, and we're going to continue to lose because I have no faith in Jason Garrett. The confidence that I have in his team is very low. And I don't care what anybody says. Call me a bandwagon fan or whatever narrative you have. You can have that narrative. I don't care about your narrative. All I know is what I know, and I know that Jason Garrett is not the head coach for this team. He could probably be the head coach for the Browns. He could be the head coach for the Bengals. He just can't be the head coach for this team. I don't believe in him anymore. I don't believe in nobody on this team anymore when it comes to the coaches, because they've consistently shown that they are inept when it comes to game planning, when it comes to strategy, when it comes to time management. Are we just going to continue to accept mediocrity? No, I'm not. Are you? Don't let me be the only guy that has the most negative take on YouTube. I'll continue to be that guy with no problem. I have no problem being that guy. Dak Prescott played his ass off. Dak Prescott played his ass off on Sunday. You know who didn't play his ass off? Is the guy with the big contract, Ezekiel Elliott. You know who played his ass off? Is the guy without a new contract, is Amari Cooper. We have two studs. We have multiple studs across this entire team, and we're just not getting the absolute most out of them. And that's on coaching. So, what about this process, right? Process. It's the process. It's the process. All I know is if the process has taken 10 years to get to this point, then the process has never shown us any progress. And the only progress we could get out of this process is the process of elimination. And that process of elimination begins with Jason Garrett. The moment he is officially eliminated from the Dallas Cowboys organization is when the Dallas Cowboys will officially progress. Anyway, guys, it's been your boy TGK, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.